JHK here for Fight Night Picks, and I am joined by UFC lightweight contender Diego Ferreira. Diego, thank you so much for coming back on the show. How you living?
Thanks, John. I'm doing well. Thank God. Just getting, getting another camp to train. It's getting more exciting ever and ever. And that's a great moment for me. It's awesome.
For sure. Now, I wanted to go back, in the beginning of 2020, you had a big win over Anthony Pettis, and then the pandemic happened, and then you had a bunch of fights canceled, and you finally got the fight, I think, 13 months later. Take us through that whole experience, man. It must have been frustrating.
It was, John, it would happen a lot of stuff, not just the pandemic, me and my wife haven't planned to get married, we were married, but married in a church, and I want to give her a dream, a good wedding. Kind of after this, all the pandemic and the house getting building, all that got it together. It was tough for me, it was like really emotional, I think was the word, like the exact word, because damn, I was in a good rhythm, on the UFC, getting a perfect win, just to climb in the rank. And then after there, the pandemic, everything getting canceled, all the fights, and it was a little bit hard for me, but thank God now 2021. For me, it's perfect because right now I'm putting my work, and after another win, another fight, getting another fight is kind of really good for me right now.
For sure. And you did get a huge opportunity against another guy that was coming up in the division, Beneil Dariush.
Yeah.
And that was an incredible fight, man. It was so close. A lot of people had you winning that fight, and if you think about it, if you did win, you'd be fighting Tony Ferguson right now, most likely. When you look back at
that's crazy.
Yeah.
One thing, like, that's our plan. Like, me and my coach safe, like that's our plan already. Like, we gotta get this fight. Another one was gonna be for get to Tony and get to the top 5. It was the perfect, but sometime unplanned, it's not our plan. Got through there, like, damn, we close by too, me and Beneil, like we put a heart on that fight, but unfortunately for me, it go my way. But hey, it was a great fight. The guy was tough, like, I was trying everything to finish him, but it's tough. He's real tough. Dariush is real tough, man, and it was great to share the octagon with him. It was good.
It showed a lot about you too. Even though you didn't get the win, it showed a lot about you because before that, Beneil was just crushing guys. Pretty easily, and you went in there and you gave him the toughest fight. I believe at his best. He's at his best right now.
Yeah, I for me, it was my on a great moment too. He was doing very well one side. If it was a tournament, and that was the tournament, that was gonna be probably like quarterfinals for the finals. For us, but man, it was a great fight for me. I was impressed because I know how Dariush took so many punishment. He keep coming and keep like shooting, on my legs. But it go his way, but nah. I feel like we did everything we could to win the fight too and go his way. But just right now, I just want to focus on the next fight. That's the only thing I want to focus right now.
So you have a very positive mindset coming out of that fight.
Yeah, it was a great fight. I like the way everybody say, could be both sides. I know I give my all, but I just need to get another win and see what we can get after that.
Yeah, you do have a big opportunity coming up really soon. Coming out of that fight, you fought hard for 3 rounds, 15 minutes. How were you physically?
I was totally fine. I was just my ribs were hurt a little bit, but besides that, like I was fine. Legs, elbows. I just took like few days off. To just get the soreness from the rib. But it was pretty good. That's why I really want to get another fight as soon as I can, and the opportunity open up for me, and that's what I have to take the advantage now.
Yeah, definitely. And you're fighting a ranked guy, you know what I mean, in the division, Gregor Gillespie. A lot of people probably thought you were going to fight Drew Dober next. Did you think so?
I was thinking so too. That's I was thinking like that's a name. I was gonna be the Dober because we both lost. Why not? But hey, give me the chance. That's a better chance. The guy is a rank. And I need to get those guys on the rank so I can climb up too. But I think we gotta meet up. We probably gotta meet up on the way, and I hope we'll be on our way to the best of the best. And see what was gonna happen.
Yeah, and it seems like you're a guy that likes to have momentum, and a lot of people probably think like, oh, you're making a really quick turnaround, less than 3 months. But I see where you're coming from. You want to get back in there because you did 15 minutes hard. Now you want to show maybe your real potential of this for this year.
That's what I want. That's the plan. Like see how far I can go, and because I was totally fine after this fight. We put like the way you say, like put a good fight, and nothing got hurt. Nothing. We just body well. Why not get another fight and another momentum to climb up the rank again?
Now with Gregor Gillespie, when you look at his skill set, like is he a guy that you think you fought before? Is anybody similar to him?
I don't think so. It's always hard to make a point on a guy's game like with each other. Like compare the guys is real hard for me. But I don't think I never fought somebody like that. That much experience in wrestling, and I think it's gonna be a good challenge for me. Especially like I have a good ground game too. Why not? And I think it's gonna be a good challenge for me. And he's a great. And I think he's if he was not on the UFC, he was supposed to be in the Olympics. All Pan American, something like that. But we see. I'm excited. I'm really excited for this fight and see what's gonna happen.
Has anything changed? I know you're splitting time, at your gym, and then also you go to Fortis. Is it the same as before?
It's the same as before. Just putting a lot of more work on those points. I think I really miss it on my last fight, and just getting better. Getting more knowledge and try to put that on the cage. And for me, that's what was the point. And I don't want to rest too much too. I don't want to take too much time. Like, so, okay, let's see what's gonna be the next step. No, let's find out what's the next step when you move forward. And that's what I'll do. I think, and I think that's I really want to get to my goal was for the belt. And that's what my plan is. Like just go on the momentum. Just look for the right momentum, and I think this is the right momentum. Just getting fight after fight. See what is gonna be the goal to get to my goal is on the belt.
Yeah, you go to Fortis and you do your sparring over there. Who have given you the best rounds in the last 2 months?
Whoa, all those guys give me like a really a hard time. Those guys are tough. Victor too. Always give me a hard training, especially when the coach safe is close by. God damn, and it gets in time like really, really hard training now, but it's great. I like it. Those guys over there, Sean, Abdul, Ramez helping me out, and it's tough. It's tough to win every round with those guys. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but it's pretty fun. It's intense, the train camp, but it's been the same time in kind of enjoy myself too. It's pretty good. It been
Yeah.
really well.
The nerves, right? The nerves of sparring with
It's
some
sparring,
really
yeah.
intense guys.
Especially you go in like every week over there, and over there just have monsters, in Fortis MMA, and then for me it's like, okay, I feel like I gotta compete jiu-jitsu, sometimes thinking about it, like all the nerves and the butterfly in the stomach, like it's like, God damn, I feel like that's what I gotta compete jiu-jitsu. But it's good. It's make me, who I am, liking to compete, like to, challenge myself sometimes.
Of course, Gregor has the wrestling, you have the jiu-jitsu, so a lot of people will probably end up thinking this is going to be a battle on the feet, you know what I mean? Because you face guys that are really good grapplers, and you ended up beating them on the feet. So do you kind of see that happening in this fight?
I think so. Because both is gonna be like really like, worry about like the shoot and transition from jiu-jitsu. I think we can probably be throwing down like, on our feet, and it's gonna be good for me. I like, I like to throw down like that, be on my feet, go get some work, especially against the fence. I think that's how it's gonna be the work. Especially gonna be his strategy. So it's me.
Yeah, it's been amazing to watch your career, because you started the UFC as kind of like a ground specialist, and then you evolved into this complete fighter. And Gregor is kind of the same way, but he's just, earlier in his career. He's like the wrestler, but he's starting to evolve, you know what I mean? And what do you think about him in his last fight when he got knocked out? How hard is it to come back from a knockout?
I think he's really strategic, because he took his 2 years off. 1 year because of the pandemic, another year, because he just come out from the loss. It's 2 years he could have been, working a lot. I hope, but those type of kick, I don't think you can train for those. I don't think you can train for those. It was tough, but I think he been working a lot of hard on to fix that little gap where it came the kick. But I think he's gonna come back much. I think much better fighter than than 2 years ago.
The win is always important, but to shoot up the rankings, to get the opponent that you want next, what type of performance do you think you need to have?
I think you have to put a good show, like performance of the night, like things like that. I think that those type of fight, you need to get every single time. And sometimes too, you have to know how to talk to, having the those time to talking shit about people, that's they need that, that's sometimes that's what it is.
Yeah, the post fight interview, when you got
exactly
you got to take advantage of it, right?
Yeah, take advantage. I'm not so much like that. Like my English is too it gets too hard. It get in between everything. It's get to talk shit. It's not my it's not my game.
Well, you don't really have to talk shit. You could just call somebody out after the fights, because everybody's watching you.
I try, but not even that. Like, people not even It's too easy to fight. He gonna beat this guy too easy. So we're gonna have to call. Like, I don't know how to call people out. But it's just that's the way people do to get at fights. But I believe it. I think you just have to be ready for everything. I think that for me, it's always looking to about the challenge. Challenge each other. And then for me, that's the goal I have on me. Not calling calling people out, but sometimes it's fun. Sometimes, people not even listen. Yeah.
Sometimes.
Sometimes,
yeah. It's a good time in the division right now, in the lightweight division. Khabib retired, so it opens up everything, and we're not held up by him retiring or not. He is retired, so you got the title fight coming up with Chandler and Oliveira. How do you see that fight happening, going down?
I think Oliveira is gonna take. Oliveira's gonna take, because it's he been doing really good. How many wins would he have? I think 7 or 8. I think what it is. I'm not completely sure, but Oliveira been in a good rhythm on his career. Chandler just have a good win. Okay, he got the win over Hooker, but I think he could be somebody else. But hey, I'm not the boss, but that's gonna be it's gonna be Chandler and Oliveira. Now I think Oliveira have a more chance and he's gonna be having more experience. But Chandler is dangerous too. He's overhand, he's wrestling. I think he's gonna give a little bit of a hard time for Oliveira, but we see it at the end of the night. I predict that way, but you never know what's gonna happen on the day of the fight. We never know.
Skill set wise, I look at you and I look at Oliver. I feel like that's just a phenomenal matchup. In the division, we haven't got that fight yet. You know what I mean? But I see it in the future. You probably see it too.
I see it too. I see the fight. On the future, and that's like, damn. If one day before the belt, that would be awesome. But it's something we just have to dream right now, and just focus on every step, every fight, and see what's gonna happen.
Yeah, man. Step by step, man. Back on May 8th, UFC Fight Night, Las Vegas. Diego, I always appreciate you giving me your time, man. Good luck on the fight, and all the best, man, with climbing up the ranks again.
Thank you. Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it. Thank you.